What's cracking, people? This is Silent Shot, and I have here a normal commentary compared to my last video where I was too hyper. I don't know what I was thinking, but today I'm bringing back my old videos that I used to do, and that's life stories. And I have 3 stories to tell you about my life, and the main topic for all of them are how I get lost or getting lost, and what you should do and what you should not do, and how to survive like Bear Grylls in the wild, being attacked by a grizzly bear and ripping its jaws apart like a boss. But before I get into the stories, a little about the gameplay, because, you know, why not? I'm using the M16. It was like the first or second week when the game came out, and I thought it was good, and now it's just terrible. And I go 38-6 in kill confirm with 2 AC-130s, and I'm terrible at kill confirm, so I think that's pretty damn good, gameplay that I've gotten so far. Usually all of them are free-for-all or domination, but that's it, guys. Hopefully you enjoy the gameplay. Hopefully you enjoy my commentary more. Anyways, the first time I get lost, I was about... Well, the first story, I got lost when I was younger, but first story, I was about 7 or 8, and I was at a Kmart. If you don't know what a Kmart is, you know what a Walmart is? Kmart is just like a Walmart. It's like pretty much the exact same thing, but different naming, all right? So it's huge, it's got everything, and it's cheap prices. So, you know, I was at Kmart with the family, and my parents are at this spot, and I see, you know, how they set up video games where you can play, like, demos and games, and when they have, like, set up, like, systems. And I don't know, it was probably either an Xbox, PS2, or GameCube that I was playing. And, you know, I go over there, all right, I'm going to go over here, guys, all right? So I leave my parents to go play. That guy's an idiot. And, you know, I'm playing my game, and I'm done with the game, so I try going back to my parents. So I look where they were when I left them, and they're not there. So I'm like, my heart start beating fast. I'm like, all right, don't get upset. I'm only 7 years old. I don't know what to do or survive in a Kmart. So, you know, I run back to where they were when I left them, and they weren't there. So I just start running around the whole giant store. And my dad told me after they found me, he had a broken foot at the time, and right when I turned the corner, like to run around the store to try to find where they are, that's when he saw me, but he couldn't catch up to me because I was too fast, and he had a broken foot. So, you know, he's hobbling along after me. I have no clue where my parents are, and so I run around the store for about 5 minutes, and I can't find any of my parents. So some lady that works is like, "Are you lost?" I'm like, yes, I'm lost. Help me. So I'll bawl my eyes out, and I have no clue where my parents are. And you know what they do when you get lost? Supposedly, this is what they did for me. They brought me to the entrance of the store. You know how they have their awesome intercom where they say stuff? It's like, oh, clean up on aisle 23. And so they're like, oh, what's your mom's name? And they called my mother's name down. They're like, blah, 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 please come to the front. And they called my mom, and my mom picked me up, and I was crying my little eyes out because I was lost. I didn't know what to do. And that's my first story, how I got lost, and tips for what to do there. Find a store clerk and tell him you're lost. That's the pro tip of that story, all right, guys? So if you ever get lost in a store, go to the clerk and say, I'm lost. You know, announce my parents' name on the intercom, and you'll be all set. Pro tip. Next story. Getting lost at the zoo. What do you do there? First of all, I was at the zoo with my dad and my brother. All right, we're looking at pretty animals and elephants taking poo the size of cars. And supposedly it wasn't that nicest of a day, and it started raining. So we had to run under, just a little tarp thing. And I went one way, and my brother and my dad went the other way. So I had no clue where they are. So same with Kmart. I'm just running around trying to find them, and I can't find them. What do you do? Pro tip. There was no pro tip for that one because you can't really ask them to say anything over the intercom. So I'm running around, and then I finally find them. So it's pouring rain out, and I want to get under a nice warm surface space as fast as possible. So I see him. I run at him full speed as fast as I could go. And it's wet, and it's raining, and there's wood. So I run up to them. They're standing on wood under like a deck thing, and I just go flying. I step on the wood and literally do not a faceplant, but I technically do a backflip and smash my back on the ground. You know how that feels like when you're out of breath when you fall? Yeah, it was just a terrible experience, and everyone was laughing at me. So, don't run when it's wet out because you'll fall on your back and break a hip, especially if you're old. Pro tip, don't get lost. Next one? Yeah, next one. Let's go. One more story. All right, next time I got lost was Kmart in the zoo. Oh yeah, the one that I wasn't really lost, but my parents thought I was lost. So I was at a baseball tournament, and all our teammates were going out to eat after. We were going to a pizza place that was pretty close to the field. So I go with my friend in the car with him, and my parents didn't know I do that. And his dad was like, my friend's dad was like, yeah, don't tell him, it'll be a joke. So they don't know where they are. My parents are freaking out. They're calling everyone. Oh, where's the mat? And I'm in this car already like halfway to the pizza place, and they're still at the field and don't know like where I am at all. And they're like, oh, just come to the pizza place, my friend's dad. And so they come to the pizza place, and my dad just screaming at me. He's so quiet, and I've never seen him get so mad at me just because he thought I was lost, but I really wasn't. And my dad was just flipping out at me. Pro tip for that, all right? Don't pull a joke about getting lost because parents care about you, all right, guys? Don't run away because that's retarded. And that's pretty much the game, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully I sound enthusiastic. Thumbs up if you agree. Leave a comment. It makes me happy. Maybe if you sub, if you're new, that makes me happy. Well, that's it, guys. This has been Silent Shot, and I will see you later.